Should we make coffee?
I'd love to.
You guys want coffee?
Sure, I want a cup of coffee, but Al, there are easier ways to get one. Al Smith doesn't like easy.
I love adventure. I love doing things and going places that people don't normally go.
This Victoria entrepreneur prefers taking the road less traveled in his 4x4 Jeep.
That vehicle totally matches my personality and who I am. So I love the adventure of it all.
I had asked Al to show me his invention, so he suggested we do it over coffee at the top of this Shawnigan Lake mountain. A couple years ago, on another road less traveled, Al discovered necessity really is the mother of invention.
I was on a big trip with the Jeep up in the Arctic Circle. We went up into Inuvik and then played around outside, up rivers and stuff like that. And when you're on a trip like that, you're not going somewhere and setting up camping like normal people for a week. You're moving every day. And so we had to set up the kitchen, pull it out of the Jeep, set up the kitchen for every meal, like almost 3 times a day. And at night you even have to pack it in because of all the grizzlies and everything that are out in the wild. So
Al designed, built, and now sells all over the world Jeep Kitchen. An expedition kitchen that bolts into the back of a vehicle.
there you go. That's how we make it. This is all extra storage. So this is where all our pots and plates and all that kind of stuff and coffee makers go. And then this is always like our utensils and cooking gear and cups and all that kind of stuff. This is where all your dry foods go when you're traveling. And then this side is the fridge. So it's a fridge freezer. Yeah, so the cool thing about this for me when adventuring, there's a lot of things that are important. One is everything has to be stored and tied down. So this thing is bolted right into the factory tie down points in the back of the Jeep. So that's how come you can have all this weight out here and it doesn't drop out.
And Jeep Kitchen can be adapted to other vehicles.
We've put it in a few different vehicles. It's been an FJ Cruiser, 4Runners, and that. The nice thing is the Jeep is actually the smallest back space of most of the SUVs, so it fits in almost everything. You'd have like bins and stuff in here that your stuff would have to be in anyway, so it only adds maybe another like 30 pounds to putting the same amount of storage stuff in bins, but it also takes up a lot less space than using bins. You're welcome.
Coffee on the side of a mountain? Come on, who's better than us?
All the drawers have extra safety locks, so once you lock that in, that drawer isn't coming out. So all your stuff is completely contained in here, including your fridge and the bigger heavy things like your stove. And because it's fastened down into the vehicle, you could roll this thing over and nothing would come out of it. I think a lot of people dread setting up the kitchen and doing the dishes and all that when they're on these adventure trips. So my dream is that it helps people be more adventurous because they'll be more eager to go out, but also that a great little community can form around this little product, that can be all adventure people who can get together on top of mountains and hang out and have great meals and cook great stuff.
After our coffee, I asked Al for some words of wisdom, some inspiration for aspiring entrepreneurs climbing their own mountain.
You will fail, and that's okay. There are times, like some products, some things that I've done, they failed. You focus on the potential of your idea, you're gonna get so much farther than if you focus on all the fears you have around your idea. So I always say, be okay failing. Well, you gotta start any project like you could succeed wildly or you could fail miserably, and be okay with both of those outcomes, but know that you're gonna do it for the experience, for the product, for whatever it is, and just get started.
As we headed for home, I thought 2 things. 1, the road less traveled can be tough, but also a lot of fun. And 2, that was a great cup of coffee. Near Shawnigan Lake, I'm Dan Kahan.